Here's an Australian Aborigine petroglyph depicting a radiant thinking cap. And another Aborigine petroglyph showing the same. This is a detail of a late 15th century Russian icon. This cap looks as if it's illustrating long-established synaptic pathways through the brain, to me. Rembrandt painted this self-portrait. Notice that there is no shadow on the wall behind him. He's immersed in glowing light. Immersed. There's light on his chest. There's light on his face. There's light all around him. But notice there is no shadow cast on the wall. That's interesting. Did he know something? This is an early 19th century engraving by Gustave Doré. It's called Queen of Lanterns. Here, French artist Odilon Redon drew this 1893 Royal Skywalk, a memory, in pastel, titled Sita. René Magritte painted this portrait of Edward James, his considerate art collector. Here's a modern portrait titled Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin means observing the sounds of this world. Nice. And of all things, here's my little friend Courtney at her violin recital. The camera caught this stunning glimpse of her thinking cap. Just look around the globe. Look around her head. You'll see the globe of light around her head. The camera caught it. This is the cover of Teacher Magazine, 1975. This is Jessica, age 7. She saw white light coming out of her teacher's head. This one is from Rhoda Kellogg's The Psychology of Children's Art. This little boy's drawing suggests that the one big thinking cap he now wears is made up of many thoughtful experiences, maybe many lifetimes of experience, who's to know? This drawing is by a young girl, and it speaks volumes. So, from petroglyphs to icons, from engravings and paintings to children and their obvious displays of innate knowledge, all of which is wrapped up within ourselves when we arrived here in this world, we humans are mysteriously powered by invisible wavelengths and their physical counterparts of radiant, scintillating particles of starry light directly tethered to our crowns. I'll repeat, when you put a thinking cap on, it's as if you are making eye contact with your mind's eye. You get to see more. Now let's come back to the two different modes or ways of skywalking for just a moment. One way is the thinking cap. Again, it's mathematical, it's non-rational, it's intuitive. And the other way is by trilateration, purely mathematical, which is rational, measurable, and logical, which can also be used for both a global positioning system and the newly proposed zodiacal positioning system. Interestingly, according to Leonard Schlehn's 1991 book, Art and Physics, the historic pattern is that the arts seem to presage scientific discovery. Likewise, as Jonah Lehrer's 2007 book, Proust was a neuroscientist. Both books deal with cultural arts and several scientific disciplines. It's as if artists of all sorts dive for the pearls and the scientists clean and set them into scientific jewels. So, on April 24th, 2007, During the time I was gathering research material for Skywalking 101, I enthusiastically, however naively, set myself up to take off instantly after reading in the evening paper the tantalizing news that a European team of astronomers announced the discovery of Gliese 581d, pictured in the foreground. This is the first extrasolar planet found that's very much like our Earth. The story said this exoplanet is in the constellation of Libra, approximately 20 light years from our Earth. Throwing all caution to the wind, while looking at this artist's conceptual drawing of Gliese 581d and its red dwarf star, I anxiously put on my thinking cap, then began to picture and wish for the destination of 581d. But first, I want to show you where we are within our Milky Way galaxy. I've drawn the vertical circle on the left to show the zodiacal belt's orientation to our spiraling galactic disk with its bulging center region. This is not to scale. And at the right end of the illustration are the locations of the large and small Magellanic Clouds. The large Magellanic Cloud galaxy will play into this storyline later. The red dwarf star Gliese 581, indicated by the little red dot within the little zodiacal circle, is approximately 20 light years distance from the Earth and is on our line of sight to the constellation Libra. So right after reading the news story, I went outside, holding on to my wish, and from where I stood in my backyard, I looked up and I spotted the pole star. It's in the top center here with flares. You'll see it. And lowered my gaze, my anxious gaze, to the constellation Libra and took off. So, instantly fast forward. Oh my God, what have I done? Consciously traveling at the speed of thought for the first time, I must have left my wits behind. Once there, which is instantly now here on Gliese 581d, I needed to try to regather myself to see what I had done, since the whole of me at this moment was feeling like a fuzzy or smeared electron cloud.